Hello my beautiful people, this is Carla with your Yummies. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I have a very quick, not unboxing but more of a comparison of the two lockets that I was able to find for the Slytherin locket. One of them being obviously the Noble Collection version and the other one being a cheap $10 one that I found at Barnes & Nobles. I mentioned in my Instagram and I did the unboxing of the Noble Collection. If you want to go on that one in detail, it's saved on my IGTV, on my Instagram, Giajamis. I mentioned the fact that I had the fake one that I got maybe like a year and a half ago, and it worked just fine. I never felt like I needed to have the Noble Collection one, so take my opinion based on my need. I'm not a Slytherin. I didn't felt it was a replica worth the space and money for a while, so I was just fine having my fake $10 locket. And I had it by my diary for, I'm telling you guys, like a year. So the thing is, my kids, since I didn't have it on a box or anywhere on top of my shelf, my kids, as you guys know, I have 3 little kids. So the baby decided to play with the locket, and it being a very cheap locket, I was okay with him playing with it, but then he broke it. So when he broke it, I decided, hey, maybe now it's time to get the real deal instead of spending $10 more on the fake one. So I went ahead, and the other day I saw that it was available on Amazon Prime. It was $49.99. You know, Amazon Prime delivered it here like a day later. And I was able to see it and unbox it. And if you guys saw my IGTV, you know I was not too impressed with it. I really maybe was expecting a bit more, maybe because I was so used to having the fake one. So I thought this was gonna be mind-blowing differently, and it really wasn't for me. So I wanted to show both of them. I went yesterday to Barnes & Nobles and got the fake one again just for the sake of seeing them together. So as you can see from afar, this one, it seems a lot darker. Doesn't though. Okay, so keep in mind, this is the Noble Collection version. This is the fake one that you can get for $10. It is a little bit heavier than the fake one. But they honestly look, yes, if you put it on the light, like I feel you couldn't differentiate. Like even the handles, yes, this look a little bit more metal, this looks a little bit more plastic. They are both plastic though. It's not like this is metal that looks great quality in person. Honestly, I mentioned it in my IGTV. I have the time turner, which retails for $50 as well from Noble Collection, and it's way better quality than those time turners that you can find in Hot Topic or Books A Million, which you can find cheaper time turners that are like $10, $15, $20, and they work great. I don't think they look as good as the Noble Collection one. I have had a lot of them. But the Noble Collection one gives me quality feeling. This one, compared to, you know, the China version of it, like, okay, so this part is a little bit more thin than this. And I guess this is one of the ways you can definitely tell it's a cheap one, because this is like a bigger, if that makes sense, like a thicker lock compared to this, but not even. Like I thought this thing was gonna be like just plain, and then I saw it and I'm like, hey, the fake one had that thing too. So and then if we compare, I guess that would be the biggest difference, that it doesn't have the S that you can see here. So this part is beautiful in the real one. Like as you guys can see, it has like the S for Slytherin and the bright colors, versus if you put, you know, the cheaper version of it, it doesn't have that. So again, if you want to go for that, go for the Noble Collection one. This one opens It doesn't have anything. This one also opens and it just has like green feel to it. So again, I would say if your main thing is to actually have a locket in your collection, it doesn't have to be a $50 one. You can go for the cheap version of it. In Amazon Prime, I bet they have it like for $10 shipped. If you want to go for, you know, having the real deal and it's very important to you, then this is the main difference. I would say is the S. The S, and maybe when the light hits it, you get much brightness with this one. But I'm telling you, I had this one in my collection just sitting on my shelf for like a year, and nobody could tell if it was the actual Noble Collection one or the $10 one. So it's just all a matter of your priorities. And the way I see it is, I want some replicas to be like the Noble Collection ones, just because maybe in small shops have nothing that compares out there. But there are some replicas and some things in my collection that I keep the cheap version of it for a reason. Maybe because I want to use that money somewhere else, or because my kids will touch it and break it, or because I rearrange a lot, so I know I could break it. So it's just a matter of your priorities and what you want from your collection. Just know your collection is not less valuable or less, I don't know, it's better just because all your items are Noble Collection. I just feel, you know, people sometimes get wrapped up thinking they need everything to be certain way for their collection to be legit, and your collection is just as legit as anyone else's. As long as you love it, as long as you like how it looks, as long as it fulfills you and brings you joy to you, not to anybody else. So I hope this comparison was you know, helpful for those of you that, you know, looked at it and were like, no, I definitely need the real one. For those of you, this is the fake one. Look, when the light hits it, it looks real good. Okay, so for those of you that are like, no, I definitely need the real one, I get it. It's $50. It's not the most expensive. I don't think it's worth the $50 though. Like, the Horcrux cup was like $35. That's worth $35 maybe. Considering that this is like plastic too. The cheap one for $10 does a great job. Okay, I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.